Circus Circus often pops up at number one on worst hotels in Las Vegas lists. People call it filthy, chaotic, sketchy, and say the whole place smells weird. I've visited the property multiple times over the years, but I had never actually stayed there. So I wanted to check it out for myself and see if the reviews were exaggerated or if the place really is as bad as people say. What I unfortunately found out is that it was way worse than I ever could have imagined. Stick around until the end of the video for my full thoughts and overall rating to see if you should stay at Circus Circus on your next trip to Las Vegas. First, let's start with a little bit of history. Circus Circus opened back in 1968 and was originally created as a family-friendly casino at a time when Vegas was mostly targeting adults. The whole idea was to combine a circus theme with gambling, which was pretty unique back then. Over the years, they added things like the Adventure Dome indoor theme park, arcade games, carnival attractions, and more hotel towers. Eventually, MGM bought the property, but despite a few renovations here and there, a lot of the resort still feels stuck in another era. Walking around today, you can really feel that age in both good ways and bad ways. I checked into Circus Circus midweek. You really can't miss check-in. Just look for the giant, creepy clown staring directly down at you like something out of a horror movie. I got assigned to my room and made my way over to the sketchy-looking elevator. I walked down the hallway and could instantly tell how smelly this area was. There was this mix of cigarette smoke, mildew, and some kind of sour smell lingering in the air. The room itself was very basic, which is understandable considering this is one of the cheapest hotels on the Las Vegas Strip. It had all the basic necessities: a writing desk, TV, lamps, and some storage space. But everything looked extremely dated and worn down. As I took a closer look, I started noticing all the filth in the room. Dirty vents, grime in the bathtub shower combo, dust buildup everywhere. I understand it's an old hotel, but this room genuinely looked like it hadn't been deep cleaned in years. I also had a view similar to what I imagined someone in prison would have. The window had this weird wavy covering on it that blocked the giant air vent system right outside. I brought my blacklight to further test the room and instantly regretted it. There was white splatter on multiple walls. It looked like someone had thrown up in the corner at some point. I was honestly scared to touch the dresser handles because there was some kind of sticky residue left on them. But that wasn't even the worst part. Worse things were still to come. The bed was surprisingly the only clean thing in the entire room. I had heard stories about people breaking into rooms here before, so I made extra sure my door was fully locked before leaving. I decided to take the stairs instead of the elevator, since the elevator was so rough. And at the bottom of the stairwell, I ran into what looked like a homeless man's living setup, with random belongings scattered around. I wanted to explore the property a bit more before heading out to the pool. Circus Circus is a really unique property. It has elements that make it feel special in Las Vegas, and there's really nowhere else quite like it anymore. The theming is memorable, and there's this old school nostalgic vibe here that's becoming increasingly rare, as places like the Tropicana and the Mirage have disappeared. The Midway is probably the most iconic part of the property. It's basically a giant indoor carnival packed with arcade games, basketball games, claw machines, water gun races, and all kinds of classic fair-style attractions. Above you, they still do free circus performances throughout the day with trapeze artists, acrobats, jugglers, and balancing acts. It feels like stepping into a time capsule. Then there's the Adventure Dome, a 5-acre indoor theme park connected directly to the hotel. They've got roller coasters, spinning rides, laser tag, mini golf, and all kinds of stuff aimed mostly at families and teenagers. Even if the property itself is rough around the edges, the Adventure Dome is still one of the more unique attractions in Las Vegas, because there really isn't anything else like it on the Strip. They've also added a SpongeBob SquarePants themed dark ride, which I had actually been on before and honestly really enjoyed. It's one of those interactive shooting rides where you compete for points. As I was getting clips of the SpongeBob ride from the outside, I noticed a group of people suddenly forming behind me and saw employees putting yellow caution cones everywhere. That's when I saw what looked like human feces on the floor, and a small cleanup crew trying to keep people away from it. It looked like somebody had stepped in it and smeared it across the ground. At this point, you may be saying, isn't it highly probable that a dog just did their business on the floor and the owner didn't pick it up? To that I say yes, that absolutely could have happened. But the problem with that theory is that I didn't see a single dog the entire time I was there. What I did see was a homeless man walking through the casino with his pants halfway down. So you can be the judge of what most likely caused the incident. After that disturbing event, I finally made my way out to the pool area. The pool itself wasn't terrible. There are multiple pools, water slides, hot tubs, and a big family-focused setup with tons of kids running around everywhere. It's definitely more designed for families trying to entertain their children than adults looking for a relaxing Vegas pool day. It's not somewhere I'd come back to hang out. Later that day, I went over to check out the renovations at Slots of Fun, the little casino connected next door to Circus Circus. This area actually surprised me. It has some of the best deals on the strip. $2 hot dogs, super cheap shrimp cocktails, low-limit gambling, affordable beers, and a lot of drink specials. They also still have old-school coin slot machines, which are almost extinct in Las Vegas now that almost every casino has gone fully digital. The atmosphere over there felt way more old-school Vegas compared to the main property, almost like it was frozen in time. I enjoyed that area way more than I expected to. I grabbed some popcorn and a beer over there and eventually called it a night. Now for what I spent and my overall takeaway. I booked the cheapest room available, which was called their run-of-house room. That gives you one of their standard 350 square foot king rooms. I was also able to use a promotion they were running to eliminate the resort fee entirely. So my room came out to just $44.16 total for one night in one of their older towers midweek. Now I'm going to break this property down across a few key categories with my ratings. First up, cleanliness. The property itself is very clean and has improved tremendously over the years. It is obvious Circus Circus is trying to make improvements wherever they can. However, I can't say the same for the room. The room had strange white stains all over it. I also had a run-in with human feces. Overall, I give cleanliness a 5 out of 10. Now for the room itself. I was assigned one of their older rooms that hadn't been remodeled. I'm assuming the renovated rooms are nicer and cleaner, but I have to rate the experience based on where I stayed. The room was super basic and dirty. There were loud noises all night. The lights flickered randomly, and I think I officially had the worst hotel view in all of Las Vegas. The room gets a 2 out of 10. Activities and amenities. This is where Circus Circus really shines. There is actually so much unique stuff to do here. Arcade games, Adventure Dome, free circus acts, coin slots, bingo, carnival games. It's weird, retro, and very Vegas. For that, I give this category a 7 out of 10. Food options. Circus Circus has a famous steakhouse, a famously terrible buffet serving powdered eggs for breakfast, a food court that recently went bankrupt, plus tons of fast casual food throughout the property. There's some variety, but not much of it feels high quality. This category gets a 3 out of 10. Next is location. Similar to my recent Fontainebleau video, this property sits on the north end of the Las Vegas Strip, far away from where most of the action is. You can conveniently walk to Resorts World nearby and even grab a Zook's robo-taxi around that area now. But beyond that, the walkability isn't great compared to Center Strip resorts. This category gets a 5 out of 10. Next is value. Circus Circus definitely has value. Cheap drinks, cheap food, low-limit gambling, free circus acts, affordable rooms, and I was even able to eliminate the resort fee completely. If you're on a super tight budget, there's definitely some appeal here. This category gets a 7 out of 10. Service. The bartenders I had were great and very friendly. The staff I interacted with were accommodating and seemed willing to help. I just wonder why management is not focusing more on keeping the rooms clean. But otherwise, service was good overall. Service gets a 6 out of 10. Lastly, theming. This property is one of the most heavily themed hotels you can possibly stay at in Las Vegas. Creepy clowns, circus acts, carnival music, bright colors. It fully commits to the theme. Everything feels immersive besides the rooms themselves. In a city where so many casinos are becoming sleek, modern, and interchangeable, I do appreciate that Circus Circus still feels unique. Theming gets a 9 out of 10. The final score comes out to 44 out of 80. I wanted to like Circus Circus, I really did. It's nostalgic, weird, unique, and filled with classic Vegas character that's disappearing more and more every year. But I just can't recommend staying the night there. Visiting, however, is a completely different story. I actually think it's worth walking through at least once because there really is nowhere else like it in Las Vegas. Just maybe don't sleep there afterward. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the subscribe button and let me know what property I should review next. I'll see you in the next one.